It is time to prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. The stock market is currently gapping up during extended hours trading session. I'm going to explain to you step by step how to determine and confirm if we are going to have another bullish trend day or is the market going to reverse for a bearish trend day heading into tomorrow, and the key levels of interest on where we are planning to trade once that overall trend is confirmed. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to trade the best subset of best prices. Then towards the end, we're going to go over the trades that we ended up making. So in terms of the SPY, let's get straight into it. As you can see right here, first things first, we're going to start off with the daily chart foundation. Then we're going to go into the 10-day, 30-minute chart patterns along with the key levels of interest. Let's get straight into the analysis. So in terms of similarities and patterns that I'm seeing on the daily chart, as you can see, you have this big red daily candlestick right here. You have this big red daily candlestick right here. Then the SPY starts to uptrend. Then the SPY starts to uptrend. Then we have a green, red, green. Then we have a green, red, green, continues to uptrend, continues to uptrend. You see the similarities. Now, in terms of the overall daily chart candlestick, this is what I wanted to bring awareness to. And this is going to be very important heading into tomorrow because, in terms of this pattern, it is currently repeating itself during extended hours trading session. So I showed you the similar pattern that was repeating. Now, in terms of the daily candlestick, you can see we got a green daily candlestick facing to the downside, and then we got a green daily candlestick facing to the downside. So, in terms of the next day, when the SPY gapped up, which is what it's currently doing, as you can see, it had a strong bullish trend day. And then in terms of where the low of day was, well, on this particular day, it ended up opening up at 681, and then it ended up bottoming at 680.50. So the point being is, based off of this overall daily chart pattern that is in full alignment, and you can see this has been happening multiple times where you have this big red daily candlestick, and then you have the green daily candlestick facing to the downside, and then the next day, very, very bullish. Another thing to note, especially in an overall bullish market, an all-time high market, when the SPY is forming these wicks, you see these wicks, these green wicks facing to the downside, green wick facing to the downside, green wick facing to the downside. Notice on an overall bullish trend how quickly the SPY breaks above those wicks. So, based off of the overall pattern, the most likely outcome with this current daily chart candlestick, along with the daily chart pattern that I had showed you, this is another example right here, and the next day gaps up, right? Strong, bullish, trend day close, focused on call options only, buying and holding, two main strategies: break and retest. Wait for SPY to break above a resistance level, nice little breakout. When it drops back down to retest that previous resistance, buy the dip. And then in terms of our other strategy, we'll have the gap close reversal, previous closing price. Those are going to be the two main strategies that we're planning to use heading into tomorrow, along with just if the SPY has big pullbacks, if after it does gap up, if it opens up higher than the previous closing price, then just looking to buy the dip as well for trend reversals at our key levels of interest. Those are going to be the three main strategies, right? You got the dip buying trend reversal strategy, you got the break and retest strategy, you got the gap close reversal, previous closing price strategy. So the first game plan is to focus on calls if the SPY is gapping up, right? Towards the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the bearish game plan because you have to be able to determine and confirm if there is a break of trend, even if the market does gap up, or if it doesn't gap up, then what are we going to be looking for on overall bearish trend for puts? And then what will be the lower levels we'll be looking for calls? But like I said, first things first, in terms of the daily chart pattern and in terms of what's currently in alignment, with the move on the SPY right here during extended hours trading session, the focus is going to be on calls, right? We're in an extremely bullish market. Um, I would hope that the vast majority of the people watching this video, especially if they're subscribed to this channel, that their portfolio would look something like this or even much greater. It just keeps on fucking going up, right? So you need to understand that in terms of the overall market, this is the best time to be in the market. It's never been better. It's never been easier. And also got to give a big shout out to Donald Trump as well. We're in this amazing market. And in terms of this overall market, you guys really need to be focused on going all in on creating systems throughout the stock market to make you more money. Because in terms of the market being simple and easy, it's never been more simpler, more easier than this, man. If you just look at what the market's been doing since April, it just keeps on going up. So, with that being said, in terms of the bullish game plan, what are going to be our levels? So one thing that we need to keep in mind is when this pattern has been happening, what I've noticed is, a good time to kind of get in is towards that market open on a small little dip or just in general early in the market open. So, based off of this daily chart pattern, what it's signaling is it's signaling that whenever SPY has that gap up with this overall pattern, um, it really does struggle to come back down. So basically, that opening price is considered an amazing level to buy and hold call options for heading into tomorrow, wherever the market opens, and a small pullback. Now, in terms of a small pullback, 50 cents to a dollar plus, right? Based off the daily chart pattern, that's what the SPY is signaling. The opening price could be one of the best levels in terms of timing the overall trade. So you can keep that in mind. Um, and you could think of that as just more of runners if the market's having a bigger gap up, right? If it's a bigger gap up, um, for me, that's where it can get a little bit complex in a sense. You can see right here, it was a massive gap up and the market never came back down and just kept on going up. So, two things I want you to keep in mind heading into tomorrow. If the SPY does have a massive gap up, like it's currently doing, it already gapped up 2 points. That's phenomenal. So, the point being is, if the SPY does have a massive gap up, there is a strong chance that it's not going to come back down to the best level. Now, when the SPY does gap up, I would say the best level to buy calls would be slightly above the previous closing price for a gap close reversal break and retest strategy 695.49. But you have to understand that in terms of this situation with the market in the daily chart pattern, there is a high chance that it might not drop back down to that overall level. So, in terms of a key time, which could be in alignment with a key level, but in terms of a key time to be buying calls, like I said, is really towards the opening, towards the market open, um, is going to be our key time. Key level of interest could be 50 cents to a dollar below the open, but basically towards that market open session. Just understand if you do buy at the market open on an inflated high gap up, a pullback is normal and you could be down at first and then your trade can come back to life and you can go green if you hold the overall trade, right? It could be one of the best times to be buying calls in the morning, and that could end up being one of the best levels. But if you're wondering like the true best oversold level, it's going to be at 695.50. It's just the problem with that heading into tomorrow is it might not come back down to hit that level. And if it doesn't come back down, it's likely going to start to bottom towards that market open, right? So you can do two trade ideas. You can try to take calls at open and maybe you don't go too far out of the money, and you're well aware that it could drop first on an inflated gap up. So maybe you take half the position you want to take, and then when it drops, maybe you add to those calls, or maybe you buy a second strike. And then you have another trade idea on top of that first one, right? You get in on the first one because it could be a great play. You don't want to miss out on overall trends bullish. And then on the second trade idea, you're well aware that, if SPY gaps up, literally the best level possible is 695.50. But one of the best times possible could be at the market open. And if SPY isn't near that price at market open, it might just keep on going up, right? So the beauty of having a system where you could just trade the trend, you can literally take both of those trade ideas and make money. If the first one isn't timed accurately, if you hold the trade, you'll still make bank on it. And then the second trade should be timed accurately because it's the best setup at the best price, the absolute best level. And it's going to be much greater returns than the first one. And then you start adding to winners. And instead of one win, you have two. Instead of missing out, you have an extra win because you're trading the trend. But you have to have a system that allows you to hold and trade the trend. Some people trade the trend, but they can't hold with the trend because they're in a prop firm account and then they get stopped out of their trade. Some people trade the trend, but they can't hold with the trend because they size in too big and they use a stop loss. We trade cheap, low risk, far the money, zero dated options. We hold them, we sell deep in the money. Sometimes on our trades, we're down 90%. They come back to life, go green. We add to the winners, and it could be multiple 100% wins in that situation on a dead play that was down 90%. And when they do drop that much, we literally buy another strike, right, at a better price, and that one ends up to be perfect timing. So if you can't time it right the first time, well, you get an extra win with the trend, and then the second time you time it right and you add to the winners and you double the wins, you double the gains. So that's our game plan for calls. We're going to be eyeing calls for market open. So one thing I would encourage you to do, because like I said, you know, the market could um has a high chance of just continuing to go up at market open, even if it's an inflated gap, or it could drop back down, right? So if you're wondering like which one could it be? Well, first of all, like I said, have a system so it doesn't fucking matter. With our system, it doesn't matter. As long as we're right about the trend, both of the trades will be green, right? But if you're wondering like, well, what would I look for? So at the market open, if you want to be able to actually determine and confirm if it's likely not going to pull back or not, look at the pre-market chart. See if it's forming, green, red, green, or green, double, red, green. These are all very bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations. See if it's forming higher support. See if it's reacting bullish. See if it's beginning to spike. See if the 30-minute candlesticks are green, right? If it's overall reacting bullish, it's likely just going to continue to go out the gate. But like I said, I would encourage, especially if you're selecting the right strikes, wouldn't go too far out of the money on the first trade. If it drops back down, then I would go much further out of the money. If it drops back down, you're down the first trade, and then just hold both and add to the winners. But like I said, I would just look to get in towards the market open, and then if it drops on the second trade, go to different strike, go a little bit further out, and that should be timed much better, and that should just start printing right out the gate once you take that second strike, and then the first trade should come back to life and go green within time, right? And if you do that first trade idea, like I said, you could take some starters. If you wanted to put in like $500 into the trade, maybe put in $300 and then add on a dip or save that more for the second trade, right? And then add to the winners. Do what you want to do. Have your systems ready. We're gonna print like fucking crazy tomorrow. So, anyways, that's the bullish game plan. In terms of the levels that I have for you, right? Obviously, there's not gonna be a lot of levels because the market is just pushing for new all-time fucking highs every single day. And me and everyone that I know of and everyone that I'm fucking associated with stocks, options, and investing, they're all getting shit rich at the speed of fucking light. And I strongly suggest that every person watching this video takes the market as seriously as possible because with just the way the world is and Trump being in office and everything, it's like, dude, this stock market shit has never been easier and more simpler. And like, you guys need to have your systems where you are making as much money as you possibly can every single day and then reinvesting that money into your systems every single day. And throughout the next couple years, if you compound that, it's going to be life changing wealth. And if you stick with it throughout the long term for decades, it's going to be generational wealth. I'm telling you, man, there's literally nothing better you can do in terms of right now in terms of like putting money into something than the fucking stock market. Like if you want to trade, you want to invest, the stock market is the best fucking avenue to go. I'm telling you, there's nothing better than the fucking market, man. Not prediction markets, not crypto. I'm telling you, it's the fucking stock market, man. This shit is so predictable and so simple. And once you figure it out and compound your account, you'll start to see that there's opportunity every fucking where. You start to see on how easy it is to make money, literally just buying and holding, whether that's leap options, whether that's swing trading shares, investing into shares. There's just so much fucking opportunity to. I can give you a list of 100 stocks that are going to go up. Some of the stocks, they'll go up 50, 100%. Some of the stocks will go up 20, 30% within the next, months to couple months. It's just like rinsing and repeating every single fucking time and compounding this shit. It's fucking crazy, man, what you can do with this market. So that was the bullish game plan. Our levels for calls are towards the market open. Look for break and retest in morning dip buys at market open. And 695.50 to 696.50. So this is going to be our break and retest zone. Our break and retest zone is right here at 696.50. If the market does have a nice little break above this, that's another break and retest level. So these are our clear zones that we're going to be eyeing calls on heading into tomorrow. These are all phenomenal levels, right? You can see right here resistance, breakout, retest, resistance, breakout, retest, resistance, breakout, retest, higher support, right? So These are going to be our levels for call options. Here I'll add a bonus level right there. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. So there's levels to this game. If you want to know the best levels, key time is market open. And then in terms of our best oversold level, it's going to be hard to hit if we gap up. 696 to 600 in I would say 696.50 to 696 is literally our best levels. So these are all your levels. A key time to get in is the market open, right? And this is your more lower oversold zone where it's going to be tougher for SPY to hit this zone. I would say this is just an automated zone. Right around here, I would just look to literally automatically buy calls. And then as of now, this is our higher zone, right? And our key time to get in is towards the market open, right? You can wait for a nice 30-minute candle trend reversal or bullish candlestick to form at one of these levels towards the market open. You can also automatically buy if we drop back down here towards the overall oversold zone. But regardless, the key time to get in, despite the levels, is going to be the market open. And if you're seeing SPY tomorrow have a nice little 1 to 2 point breakout above a level, and then it drops back down towards that level, maybe it forms higher support, or maybe it tests the level. I would encourage to buy call options. We're going to be looking to use the break and retest strategy along with the dip buying trend reversal strategy, the break and retest, the gap close reversal strategy. That is the game plan. I can assure you, if you use this game plan, you're going to be green. You're going to be print money at the speed of light. And I do recommend leaving some runners for the middle of the day to close, right? So if you're leaving runners and SPY is having a strong bullish daily candlestick, if the daily candlestick is starting to look something like this, let's see. If the daily candlestick is starting to look something like this, a nice big green bullish daily candlestick, start locking in your gains and then wait for another pullback to buy at your break and retest levels, right? Not just the levels I've given you, but if the market has a nice breakout, let's say above 698 and then it goes to 700 and then we drop back down to 698, then that's a new level. Like I said, 1.5, 2 point plus breakouts, wait for the drop back down, don't buy into the initial break. Dip buy and break and retest strategy. That is the best thing you can do on a gap up. We're all going to be green, we're all going to be printing. Now, I do believe tomorrow is going to be a much easier day to be making money within the market. As of recently, for anyone who follows me within the chat, um, you've probably noticed I haven't been trading a lot recently, and the reason for that is the market hasn't been the best in terms of day trading. But the cool thing about this market is if it's not the best for day trading and you know how to sit on your fucking hands, or even if it's just not best in general, there's always a play, dude. I've been making swing trades, making investments. There's so much fucking opportunity, especially when you compound your account, have time in a market. But if you're already fucking rich, like there's just so many fucking plays on stocks where you can make a quick 5%, 20%, and just passively put in stocks for a day or a couple days and then swing trade some options, get in some leaps. Like there's just so much fucking opportunity within this market. Like, man, once you guys figure out the market, you're gonna start to see like you're not even gonna care about day trading. You're gonna be like, dude, okay, the market shit right now. All right, fuck this. Where's the swing trade? Where's the investment? Like I'm telling you, dude, there's so many fucking moves to be making within the market. So anyways, man, it's a very exciting market because even if, the market, like you could see like just these past couple days weren't the best overall days and contracts weren't the best overall prices. So if it's like that, you kind of just chill. You can make a couple trades, don't do anything fucking crazy. I haven't been doing too much. But I've been making a lot of moves with swing trading and investing, and it's just investing and it just all fucking works out, man. Literally the easiest way to make money in the market is just to focus on fucking shares, just fucking buying passive shares. Long term is the easiest way to make money within the market. So I have multiple portfolios going on, multiple fucking systems, and it's just truly fucking life changing once you get to that level where the money you put into these shares is actually life changing on just small returns of like quick 5%, 10% moves and stuff like that, and then leap options and all this stuff. So we got all the motherfucking systems. It's an amazing market. Now, I do believe tomorrow's going to be a great day to be trading. So you will see me be more active heading into tomorrow from the day trading aspect because I like the daily chart pattern and price action is starting to pick up. So I'm going to be all over that. But anyways, Now let's discuss. And obviously, if you were to do a YOLO, there could be a YOLO to try even a quick put it open if the market was that inflated, but I wouldn't recommend it unless the 30-minute chart was bearish. But that's another trade idea. And just know you're going against the overall trend, right? It's like, dude, if someone goes against the trend and they have plans to trade the trend and they finish red on the day and they're right about the trend, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They really don't. Like, this all comes down to systems and money management, trade management. But for those who are more professionals, I mean, if we do have a massive gap up, you could try a quick lotto put it open. I wouldn't recommend that. I would just say focus on the calls, focus on the levels, focus on the buy zones. But look, we do have to get into the least likely outcome, which would be a break of trend. And the reason why I say this is the least likely outcome, first of all, the most degenerate thing you can do in this market is to focus on puts. We've been going straight up since April. What I love about this market that we're in is it's very revealing and very exposing on who knows what the fuck they're doing and who doesn't. Because when a chart looks this simple, this easy to trade, and you see people losing money, you see people going red, it's like, dude, look at this monthly chart on SPY. You seeing this? Like, if someone's fucking red, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, the market's just not for them. You know, the market has cycles. We're in the easiest bull cycle in fucking history. Look at this. You see this red candle right here? You see this red pin? This is a monthly candle. You see this red pin right here? You see this red pin? Last time this red pin formed, look at what happened. SPY just kept on going up. You see how it just keeps on going up and up and up and up, and up? Now look at this. We're sitting at nearly fucking 700, right? Market's extremely over fucking extended. This red pin forms again. And look, it's just green month. Another green month coming in. Dude, you guys don't understand how many people are going to get left behind and how many people are going to get shit rich every single fucking day for the rest of their fucking life compounding. And that's the difference between the people who know and mastered the stock market and the others who don't take this shit seriously and who aren't all in on this fucking shit. Because I'm telling you, man, I've researched everything: prediction markets, crypto, whatever the fuck you want to do with money, you know, sports betting, whatever the fuck you want to do. Everyone has systems that works, but I'm telling you, there is no better system than the stock market. You can trade options during normal trading hours. You could trade futures during extended hours. You can do swing trading and investing. It gives you all of the opportunity to make money, when you sleep, to make money when the market's good, because day trading, if day trading's not good for a couple days and you have awareness to that, then you could focus on a swing trade and investing. But I focus on all three at once: day trading, swing trading, and investing. I'm telling you, dude, if you have the right system set up, this is genuinely the best time to be in the stock market. This is the time to go all in within the fucking stock market. Like, this bullish monthly chart, this is very rare. It's very rare that SPY forms these pins, these big red pins on the macro monthly chart. Whenever it fucking does some shit like this, it just keeps on going up. This nice red pin right here, nice red pin right here, goes up, goes up. Like, dude, this market right now, like, this fucking shit looks like it's just unlimited fucking upside potential, man. It's just unlimited upside potential, man. So, one of the cool things about a market being so easy it really does expose people. You know, I've seen the market be so easy and people, like, they get mad, they get upset. They're like, dude, your strategy's too simple, too basic, too easy. I'm gonna be like, well, the market we're in, it just keeps on getting easier. It just keeps on getting simpler. It just keeps on, like, getting into a way where, just fucking, like, younger people, not as experienced people, like, can get involved. Like, it just keeps on getting more fucking simpler. Like, it just hasn't, I've never seen it this simple or this fucking easy where the strategy works every fucking time. Nearly every fucking time, like 90% of the fucking times. um Now, let me get into the bearish trend, and I do want to bring some awareness to this. So, for those of you who stay towards the end, we're going to get into the break of trend. This is the least likely outcome if SPY gaps up. Now, the market hasn't opened up yet, so technically we haven't gapped up officially during normal trading hours. So, this is if we start selling off below the previous closing price, or more importantly, SPY has a gap down and we open up lower than the previous closing price. So if one of those two things happens, then this is what I want you to be aware of. Look at this pattern. You see, like, this I would say this W, it's like a mini W, right? This is like a slanted, fucked up W. This is a better W. And then when SPY forms this W, it went from, 680 to 691. And then it lost a lot of those gains and dropped back to the W, right? So I wanted to point this out because we have a similar pattern repeating, and this is actually very important to buy puts. So resistance, 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 resistance. Fucked up W, cleaner W. And then once it breaks above the W resistance, once it breaks above the W resistance, so 681 to 692, so this had like 11-point breakout, and then it dropped back down to the W, right? So if you look at where we're at right now, this is the W right here. It's at 685, 685. We're at 697. So based off that pattern, if it repeats itself, you're going to want to buy puts if we start to go below 694.50. So the only way I would say to buy puts for tomorrow is if we either gap down or if the market starts dropping hard below 694.50, right? And then profit target, take profit zones. If the market started going below 694.50 in terms of take profit zones. Let's see. First one would be right here. This is very key, and the market will try to bounce here. 692.50 break and retest level. Definitely going to try to bounce around this zone. Very strong level. Next take profit 691. Next take profits 689, and then below that you got 687. Now, if the market does flip bearish and we go below 694.50, it's just so easy to determine that. If it gaps down or if it just goes below the level, you just buy puts. It's so easy. Like, you just gotta wait for it to react. If it has a big gap up, we're buying calls at the oversold levels or just towards market open as well. Like, this shit is so simple if you actually know what the fuck you're doing. If you listen to what the fuck I'm gonna say, you're gonna be green, you're gonna be printing at the speed of light. So anyways, what are the levels for calls if the market flips bearish? And again, you can use these levels for the future. Just understand that you know, they get updated regularly in terms of strategies and stuff as price action changes and patterns changes. So you could think of it as like a price ladder, especially more of a price ladder if you're trading it a different day. And I don't say it's like good for the full round thing, but at the end of the day, in terms of a price ladder, you have to determine and confirm if the levels are acting bullish or bearish, right? And then you can use the information that I've given you to your advantage, but you really need those daily updates because levels and strategies and patterns can change every single day. So anyways, with that being said, in terms of key levels for calls, key levels for calls would be the best level for calls if the market reacts bearish, just automatically get in right around 600. Oh man, I love this right. Yeah, this is it. 686.60. That's your prime. 686.60. That is your best level. This is a break and retest level right here. 686.60 breaks out, retest during extended hours, bottoms, market push for new all-time highs. Best level for calls. Automatically buy calls down there. Literally, no matter what. The worst news can come out. I'll buy calls right here. Literally, I'll be in right here. Whenever it drops back down to this level, I'll be in. I'll be buying calls right fucking there. If you just use that instead of price alert, you're gonna be like, dude, how the fuck did this guy know the market was gonna bounce at that level? If the market gaps up, how did he know to buy calls at those levels? If the market gaps down, how do you know buy puts? Like, dude, this shit's gonna work 24 fucking 7. Do you guys understand? There's a massive shift, massive life changing generational wealth being created every single fucking day. And it's through the fucking internet, through the fucking stock market. I'm telling you, man, if you guys take this shit seriously, the next fucking decade, life's gonna be fucking insane. Like, it's gonna be so fucking insane. The next fucking decade is gonna be fucking insane, man. It's gonna be insanity, man. Like this shit is fucking crazy. The life I'm living right now, I could literally travel anywhere I want within the world and stay in like the best places, like penthouses or whatever. Like I could literally, I'm free to do any, like that's one of the biggest upsides that I have in terms of my life right now through the stock market. It's freedom, you know? That's what it is. The stock market can make you rich, it can also make you wealthy. But once you're already rich, best thing about being rich is it gives you freedom. That's one of literally the best, like to have that fucking freedom. It's like, dude, I could literally go anywhere I want in the world right now and stay anywhere I want. But man, I am like laser focused, locked in on this fucking market because I understand like it's never been this easy. It's never been this simple. And Trump's in office, and like if you guys just see what's going on with the world, like the amount of money and the amount of abundance, it's unlimited. Like it's gotten to the point where literally anyone can fucking get this shit. Anyone can fucking get this out of the fucking market. Like it's fucking possible. If people figure themselves out, anyone could become rich, anyone can become wealthy, and it just keeps on getting like, depending on who you are and what you can do in ways, it keeps on getting easier. Depending on how you look at it, it's getting a lot easier. But in certain ways it's getting hard. It depends, but people gotta like level up and go through shit. But I genuinely believe that, you know, and people could figure this shit out and you could really become like rich and fucking wealthy, but it takes a lot of hardship and a lot of pain and a lot of like shit to fucking figure out that people don't want to do, or they're not even aware what the fuck to do. And they're gonna have to change their whole fucking life, their whole environment, their whole situation, how they spend their time, the people they associate with. They're gonna have to change every fucking thing if they really fucking want it and go fucking through it. And I'm telling you, for the real ones who actually fucking go through shit, there is unlimited fucking money out there. And you guys could figure this shit out, like this frequency where it's just unlimited fucking money. Like it's just never ending fucking money. And it just keeps on going up and it just keeps on compounding and prices just keep on going up and up and up with it. Like, dude, this shit, like, I'm sorry, like, amounts of money where like taxes don't even fucking matter. Like, it's just more and more and more money non fucking stop. It's like it just keeps on fucking going up. Like there's so much you can fucking do with this stock market, man. So I'm very excited, man, because the opportunity's there. It's never been easier. It's like, dude, I don't even have to day trade anymore. Like the shit's fucking crazy. Like I like when the market's shit because it gives you like perspective. I think day traders, they get like too caught up in day trading. Like they got to trade every day. Like once you actually make it, and you'll know when you make it. You'll know when you make it once like the market's shit and you see that it's shit and you don't want to day trade, and then you start making like swing trades or investments or start looking at other shit to do, and you'd be like, holy shit, I have a fuck ton of money to put into this, to put into that, and you start making more passive moves and being aggressive that way. Like that's when you know you fucking made it, where it's like you don't even have to fucking trade anymore. It's like, dude, like I could make this swing trade, buy this stock. It's like I don't even have to fucking do options anymore. That's another fucking thing, man. It's just so fucking simple to buy and hold a fucking stock. But just because something's simple doesn't mean it's the highest rewarding activity, right? You put more money into that, but very easy, very passive in a way. Options can be a lot more complicated, but very rewarding. Market rewards complex, but it also rewards people who have awareness and know when to sit out. So I mean, it's just very interesting, but man, there's just like levels to it. Like when you get to a certain fucking point, like you start to realize like how fucking easy it is to just buy and hold shares for the long term and then also like for the short term. So man, shout out to the market for actually being like shit these past couple days in terms of like our, far the money 0 to 8 option trading. Um the price action hasn't been the best for that. We still managed to do all right. Like I said, I haven't been doing much from that aspect, but I've been making moves on the swing trades and investments. This is another stock. I've got some of this one today. Um, let's see. This one right here, SMCI. This is an interesting one. Oh wow, I just made man. Bro, I didn't even look at this fucking stock, man. I bought this one. I bought this one today. Oh, this is a nice break and recess right here. I bought this one today and I'm looking at it and it's like, dude, I'm already up one fucking point on this shit. Like this shit just went up 1 point during extended hours. I'm sitting here saying, dude, I just made all that fucking profit doing absolutely fucking nothing, but just clicking on. Like, I'm telling you guys, the best thing about having money in like the stock market, if you know what to do with it, it's like you don't need like you really just need awareness. Like if day trading shit, all right, it's time to make a swing trade. Okay, there's no swing trades. All right, let's look for the day trade. All right, let's look for the long-term investment. But dude, I'm doing it 24 fucking 7. Like I'm always looking for the best plays. I'm always looking for the best day trades, the best swing trades, the best investments, non-fucking stop, man. Um, but man, um, when a day trading shit is just like slow or dead for a couple days or it's not the best, like oh my fucking gosh, I go like all fucking in on swing trading and investing and look for like there's always a fucking play. If you figure out the stock market and you understand price action, trends, the news, like if you understand how the stock market works in general, there's always a play. There's always an option. There's always a trade to make. Day trade, swing trade, investing, asset classes, options, in the money, out of the money, um shares, futures, like there's always a fucking play to be making money. Like this shit's fucking crazy. Like even right now during futures there could be a play. Like there's just always a fucking play, man. That's why like the stock market is just generally the best tool and avenue to make money. um with crypto there's not always a play. Crypto's more buying and holding, scalping fucking meme coins. It's not like if you want massive fucking wealth, it's not in that. It's not in scalping a fucking meme coin. Like it's not in that shit. Crypto's long term. Like options has infinity fucking upside. Swing trading, investing has infinity fucking upside. Like the number one skill set to master is the stock market, and you can do anything with it. Whatever asset class you want to trade, whatever just trading style you want to have. I'm telling when you make a fuck ton of money in the market, instead of just day trading options, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be looking into futures. You guys are going to be looking into swing trading. You guys are going to be looking into investing. Some of you realize like how fucking easy it is to just buy and hold shares. Like I just bought shares of this stock. It's already up 1 point. I'm sitting here saying, dude, I just made a fuck ton. Like to make good money in shares, you have to put in a lot of fucking money. But they're not as volatile. So in a way, you could put in more money because you're not risking all that. And it's just so fucking passive and simple. Like, dude, we're in a market where this shit genuinely just goes up 24 fucking 7. This stock, I hit a nice one on this fucking MU. The people are giving targets of fucking 480. Like, dude, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Like, can you imagine if people got their portfolio to where they can just like buy 1,000 shares of this? They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna go up 1,000 shares of MU. All right, I'm up 25K today. Like, can you imagine if people got on this shit? Like this is another one, like META. I was this one. I hit this one too. Like, dude, oh, look, it's fucking 600. Look at the gap. The gap was right here. It filled the gap. Then it reversed. You could have easily got in the 620s. Now it's 670s. Oh, 50 points. Buy 1,000 shares of 50K. Like, dude, I'm telling you, this stock market shit. There's absolutely fucking nothing like this on the fucking planet. It's so simple and easy, and the amount of diversity in plays. Like you can sit here and make a system all day. Schedule time for day trades, swing trades, investing, off hours, futures, research for swing trade investing, create the plan for the day trades. Like, oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys, if you were to master one thing, there's nothing better than the stock market. With crypto, it's mainly just investing plays, unless you want to trade some shit meme coins. Ain't nobody making a fuck. If you want serious wealth, it's not in fucking shit coins. Like, and then there's the prediction markets and sports betting, and those are niches and shit. But like, dude, the market it has the most abundance. It allows you to do anything. You want to make money in your sleep? All right, make the money in the sleep. You want to make money passively? Make money passively. You want to enter the highest rewarding day trades? Do the day trades. You want short-term swing trades? Do the swing trades. And then asset class options. Don't want to do options? Do shares, futures, like the shit. Like there's nothing better than the stock market when it comes to putting your money into something that's not related to like your personal businesses. If for those of you who have business owner, for those of you who have businesses watching, like there's nothing better that you can put money into. Like it's the stock market is so simple. It's so fucking like easy. Like if you're looking to make simple like moves with day trades, swing trades, and investments, like the shit is fucking crazy, dude. Like just imagine that. Imagine getting to the point, right, where you have so much money in your account, for those of you with smaller accounts, and then you find stocks that you know they're just going to keep on going up, and then you just wait to buy them at their pullbacks for reversal, or once they pull back, you wait for them to start to reverse a little bit, and then you just buy them, and you passively hold them. Oh, 1,000 shares. All right, this week you're up 30K, next week 50K, like, and just keep on doing this non fucking stop. Like, it's like an unlimited fuck you money glitch. And I'm telling you, this market, it just keeps on fucking going up. So if you know what the right stocks to buy on the dips and the right stocks to buy as they're having break and retest and the right stocks to buy, as they're reversing from pullbacks, like, dude, there's so many fucking plays. There's so much fucking opportunity. Like this is another one. Another thing that I'm watching closely is plays like these where you know, the stock gaps down. This is Reddit, a very similar chart to META. Reddit's been pushing for new all-time highs, so has META. It's got this gap to fill right here at a break and retest level. It closed the gap, so if it starts to hold that, I'll look to go long, and then I sell towards the gap fill, right? It's like, dude, there's just so much fucking opportunity in this market on stocks that just keep on pushing up and then reversing at gaps and then just passively hold them. Oh, a couple thousand shares here, like it's fucking nothing, and then boom, up tens of thousands of dollars, up 100K. Like this shit is fucking crazy, man. So I just want to say, man, I put my entire fucking life into this shit, starting at 12, and took it real fucking serious at high school. And this shit just keeps on paying off, and there's levels to it. And this has genuinely paid off. Like this is on the path that I'm on. This is gonna be generational wealth. This next decade. This is just fucking amazing. Like I've already unlocked, like, in terms of one of the things that I've unlocked, I could stay wherever I want, whenever I want, at the speed of fucking light. I just like there is done. Um, you know, this year I'm gonna do a lot of traveling. I'm learning a lot from traveling. One of the reasons why I'm traveling is because to figure out what tools I can get from each place I travel to, what I can get out of that as a person for what I'm trying to accomplish with my life, and the frequencies out there and stuff like that. It's not really for vacational purposes. It's how can I use this environment and this place as a tool to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, or a certain frequency I want, or a certain thing that I need in my life that I want in my life for a certain period of time, for a specific time of year, right? So I'm traveling a fuck ton. Um, as of now, I've only found one place that I genuinely want to live in. I've literally spent 5 months in this like area for the past year. So the good thing is I genuinely have a home base that I absolutely know and love, that I would love to live. But I'm traveling a fuck ton too. This is cool. I like this spot basically, like, um it's a good spot for me to base, and it's also a good spot for me to travel out of. It's a great spot to travel to. But man, I'm just always searching for something bigger and greater. But this fucking place is amazing. So out of all the places I travel to, there's only one spot that I would genuinely like live and move into. But I'm gonna do a lot more traveling this year, man. I'm looking at a lot of different places. Arizona, Barcelona. Like there's so many different spots I gotta check out on Bali. Gotta do a lot of traveling this year. But look, guys, this shit all paid off. It was all worth it. And I'm just gonna grow to the level, like it's gonna be unfucking believable, man. It's gonna be unfucking believable. Like the amount of fucking growth in this next decade is going to genuinely be like, people, they're not even gonna be able to like imagine or figure out like how the fuck this shit is possible. And like that's another thing. Like I'm about to level up a fuck ton as well. Um, Cause man, I'm just like, there's no distractions or no bullshit. Like I finally made the move in terms of like now I'm like much further away from family. And man, that really can change a person. Like in terms of like just being more independent and more of an adult and just on top of their shit. Like I used to live close to family. Now I'm not so close. So I mean, that was something that was definitely needed in my evolution, and I still see them a lot, but man, that's going to be a massive change, man, in terms of like adult chapter and like leveling up you know, that way and just creating more wealth. It could be very beneficial for some people to just get away like from literally just everyone and just go all fucking in on their shit. So I'm looking forward to it, man. This is a new season, a new chapter in my life, and I'm going all in on the stock market, man. I've literally left everything that I knew of for my entire life and leveled up to the places leveled up certain places that I travel to, figured out a base that I like that's not in my hometown. Um so yeah, I mean this is an amazing move and I'm really excited for it, man, cuz I've lived in my hometown for fucking dude for fucking 2 plus decades. 2 plus decades. I've been in my hometown close to family. I absolutely fucking loved it, but it finally got to a point where like I outgrew the place and it was no longer good for me. And like I had to understand and realize like the chapter's done, the chapter closed, it's time to move on, do something new. And once you really like move away from your friends and family and jump into something new, like the spot I'm at right now, this is literally the only place I travel to that feels like a home. It's a completely different era. It's a completely different chapter. And it's like no longer like, being more like of being less of like a kid and like taking everything serious more to like the next level, like with money and just more being like an adult. Like it's a completely different chapter for me, man. And I finally came to the realization that it was definitely time and it's definitely needed in terms of the path and evolution that I'm on for the next step to move and basically the main thing is just move. um I would say more of just move to a different location, not necessarily like move away from family and friends, but more of just like I think for me it's more of just move to a different location, and I finally like made that move. So it's fucking amazing, man. I'm looking forward to this new chapter. Um, my past chapter that I was in for fucking decades, it's officially closed. Like that's it. Like I left it. Like it's like I've just man, I'm free as a fucking bird. I can just have a nice base here. I can get another base if I want. Right now I only want one base. If I find another spot I actually like, I'm gonna get two bases. But right now, my plan, since I only have one base that I actually like, I'll have my base there, and then I'm just gonna travel a fuck ton. That's literally my plan. One base and traveling, and wherever the fuck I travel to, like, I could just stay in the best spot. It's like it's just unlimited winning, man. I'm really fucking excited, um, for these next couple years, man, because I'm telling you, this stock market shit, it all paid off, but it took fucking decades. The shit genuinely took fucking 2 fucking decades to get to the point where to get to that point where it's like when you're buying shares, it actually fucking matters now. Like it's fucking insane. Like literally, I could just any stock I want. If it's like $500, just buy like a couple thousand shares. Like just let it fucking fly. Like just let it fucking run. Like it's fucking insane, man. There's levels to this, man. The beauty of the market is one good year changes your whole life. And then when you have that one good year and you know what you're doing, it just keeps on going up, man. It just keeps on going up. Like if you know what the fuck you're doing in the market, like this shit just keeps on going up, man. Like suddenly someone making hundreds of thousands a year in the market, then they're making millions. Then when they figure out the millions, then they're making tens of millions. Then they figure out the tens of millions, then they're making the 100 millions. Like this shit is all doable. This shit is all possible. So I'm looking forward to it, dude, because I'm looking at my accounts. I'm looking at the way that I'm moving, and like this shit just keeps on fucking going up. And I'm really fucking excited for it because this is a new chapter for me. I'm literally like, I'm not close to my family. I left my hometown. Like, literally like no fucking like I really don't know like anyone fucking here. Like this is a complete new chapter for me. Um in terms of what it's giving like more money, more wealth, and it's also giving just being more of an adult, you know? Like it's gonna be interesting, and I'm looking forward to this new chapter of evolution, man. So for those of you who are serious about trading alongside us and joining our group, it's the first link down below within the description. Every single day, you gain access to a real time zero day options trade alert system that is consistently making a lot of traders money every single week. We have many traders making $500 a day, $1,000 a day. We have a couple multimillionaires in here who are making tens of thousands of dollars every single week trading zero day options, 6 figures plus a month. And you know, we trade zero dates. You can cash out every single week, reset your account, right? So if you're trading with $5,000 and you flip the account to 10 to 15,000, which is realistic trading zero date options, cash that out on Friday, reset the account with your original starting amount, right? Every single day you get access to updated game plans, multiple perspectives, where to go long, where to go short, key levels of interest to be trading at, right? Plug those into your Thinkorswim Charles Schwab charts. Risk management 101, not going to be going all over that. First trade was an L, 692 puts did not work out. Second trade was a 400% win. You can afford to have L's when L's are small. The reason why L's are small is because the most you can lose is 100% and the most you can make is unlimited profit percent. And our wins are much bigger than our losses, not just percentage wise, but because we add to winners, not to losers. And when we add to a win, we're already green. So we set a profit stop to ensure that we don't go red. So adding to a winner and setting a profit stop is a glitch in the system that people don't want you to know about, where basically you can increase your position size as much as you want without risking going red, because if anything, the trade has a pullback against you, you get profit stopped out despite increasing that bigger position size. You're not taking on the risk of going green to red. So that's the beauty of the profit stop. The only risk you're taking is just risking some of the profit that you're already up to make a fuck ton more. And you do it quickly. We add to winners quickly. So 72 strike CVS puts for 44 cents a contract. Add. The shit goes to fucking 200 cents. This was the second trade of the day. 400%. Boom. Added to the winners, doubles the gains. First trade was 100%. There was some L's in between that. Doesn't fucking matter in terms of the order and the timing of the trading. That's all you fucking needed to be massively fucking green on the fucking day. Power hour 6980 SPX puts for 120. Shit went to 200. So I think we can all agree these past couple days, you know, haven't been the best to be trading zero day options, which is why, like I said, you haven't been seeing me doing much trading these past couple days. But if there's one thing that I have been doing, it's been a fuck ton of day trading and a fuck ton of investing. Because, dude, I'm telling you, in this fucking market, you need to make as much money as you can, day trading and whatever the fuck else you want to do with your time to make money. And then when you're doing that, you need to roll those fucking profits into investments, because this stock market shit, it just keeps on fucking going up all fucking day. So you need to keep on researching, keep on finding stocks, plays to invest in. I literally gave you guys a list like a fucking couple weeks ago. All the fucking stocks went up like fucking crazy in that list. Like every single day I'm watching for pullbacks. Every single day I'm watching for break and retest. Every single day I'm watching for news. Like we are making so much fucking money trading, swing trading, investing into fucking stocks, man. So this is amazing. If you want to join a group, it's the first link down below with the description. You gain access to a real-time zero day options trade alert system, man. Within the near future, I'm going to be launching my own program. It's going to be very exclusive and private. And there's not just going to be day trading, it's going to be swing trading and investing, private communication, live streams, courses, video lesson library. That's coming in 2026. You guys can be on the lookout for that. I'll announce it on the channel. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, this is a new chapter, it's a new season, and this is gonna be generational wealth. I'm looking forward to it, man. This is gonna be fucking insane. What we're doing with options, and then what I'm gonna do, not with just options, but with stocks, day trading, swing trading, investing, and then also creating the traders. You know, Team Roar it gives people the best trades. It prints money. That's what Team Roar does. It prints money for traders. My other company that I'm going to launch this year, it's going to create the traders. It's going to create the traders who are making systems like this. That's what my company's going to do. The main purpose of the company is to let people in to my private world behind the scenes and show them how I do what I do. Because, for those of you who are wondering, I'm the source. I'm the source. I have access to certain information, certain stocks, certain plays where it's gonna work. So you could think of me as like the source. Some people they just want to follow the source. I mean, like Team Roar. You could think of G Roar like the source in terms of the best trades, like who has the best 0 to 8 options trades in the far of the money niche. G Roar obviously has the best trades, so he's the source, right? So it's one thing to be the source. It's one thing to follow the source, right? So some people they just want to follow the source. They don't want to become the source. And the point of my company is to actually teach them how to become the source. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like there's going to be two aspects to it. There's going to be the source side where it's going to show them, look, I'm the source. I do this every single day. It works. Like, there's no debate. It works every single fucking day. Like, the shit works, right? That means that I'm the source. But then people want to know, how am I the source? How do I do it? Like, okay, yeah, the guy's winning every single day, but how does he actually do it? Like, how do I become that so I don't have to follow him? That's the point of this other company I'm going to launch. It's going to show people how to become the best traders that they can become. It's going to show them my money making systems and how I create them. It's also going to show them how to create their own money making systems, right? And they're also going to gain access to me being the source. And then I'm going to teach them how they can be their own source. And then they can use my system with their system, put them together, and they could take over the whole fucking world, dude. Like the place I'm fucking in, I'm looking forward to it, man. This place is all for the fucking taking. People are sleeping on this place. It's on the fucking come up. This place has made so many people so much money and created generational wealth for so many fucking people, dude. Like, I fucking love this place. I don't see how I'm gonna fucking top it. And the cool thing about the place I'm in, like, it fits me perfectly. It fits my brand perfectly. It fits my business perfectly. It fits the stock market perfectly. Like, dude, this shit is fucking amazing, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I keep on traveling. I can't find a better spot. That's why, like, I don't even think I'm gonna need a second base or at anytime soon, even leave where I'm at in terms of a base. But it's a massive shift and change for me because I'm someone who's lived in my hometown forever, and I've squeezed the absolute most out of that place and took all of the good with me. um and I learned so much. I just don't think there's much benefit or much value for me to be there anymore. And like, you know I've always been like a very loyal person to people and into even certain environments and stuff like that, especially if I gain a lot of growth. One thing that I've actually been working on is figuring out how to end things quicker. Like, I do believe, like, for people who really want to evolve in their life and accomplish the biggest things, they have to know when to quickly cut something off when a chapter has closed. Some people fall in love with it and then they just stay there forever and they don't get to the levels that they want to, right? Like, there's a difference between like loyalty and then like understanding, like, okay, the chapter's closed, it's time to move on and figure out, so like for me, basically, I've come to the realization that the genuine next step from evolution that makes sense um is to move, you know? I think even moving away friends and family could help. I don't think that's 100% necessary, 100% necessary though. But I would say the main thing is to genuinely just move. Like, move further away, but not too far from friends and family, but more of just location. But even both is beneficial. When you move away from everything and everyone, it really pushes you into that like adult headspace of like, just wanting like a more mature like adult life and stuff like that. But I would say, like, what's really important is just like you can keep family close and all that stuff. That's fine, but location, finding the right location where you want to live and leaving your hometown, that's a chapter that everyone needs to take, man. And I've seen people in my hometown, they never left. They've been there for fucking ever. And like I've realized how actually hard it was for me to leave that place behind at certain points, man. But it got to a point where it's like like I had to get out of there. Like if I didn't get out of there, I would have just like my glow up that I got from there would have like decayed. Like I would have been like getting less and less. It would have like it held me back, you know? So like one thing is having that awareness, but understanding like when to cut something off, when to leave. And I think like some people know like it's time for something to end, but they don't know where to go. Like they know like okay, it's time to move. I got to leave this place behind, but they don't know where to go. I think people have that problem and then they get like stuck in that trap, you know, where they stay there loner and loner and loner. But then when you start traveling and stuff, you start to figure things out when when you really want it. Like the key is to just kind of like know when it's time to leave and then figure out the next fucking step. Otherwise that shit is just gonna get so fucking brutal where you just have to fucking end the chapter and like shit has to get. So yeah, man, I'm very excited for this because like I can literally go wherever I want, um and just stay wherever I want and just fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Like I'm excited because I just left a place that I've stayed at for decades, literally over 2 decades, and I'm not as close to family. So that's like two major changes. You know, for me, that's like two major changes. That's like life changing, you know. Not seeing people used to see as much. Um, you know, not know many people out here and environment mass the biggest change was the environment. Like this environment's the complete fucking opposite where I'm from. So yeah, I've just been putting a lot of time into that, man, because it's a lot. Like I see my destiny, I see the visions I have, I see my future, and like it's a lot, man. It's a lot to become and to live up to. And like I really realized if that's what I genuinely want to achieve, like I have to get the fuck out of there. There's no way I'm gonna accomplish that. But it's not even that. It's just like for the person who I am, like it gets to a point where like certain environments or certain places, like you got what you got from that, and then you just leave and then there's a new chapter somewhere else, you know? But man, I'm just excited for this next chapter. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but as of now, it's fucking amazing here and I absolutely fucking love it. I'm going to continue to travel though to see. I'm just man, one of my things is just like I'm always looking for something like better or like something like when it comes to like environments, like that's the thing. Like if there's no like emotions involved or anything or like no relationship involved, like I'm genuinely just looking for the absolute best place where I want to live. So like that's one of the reasons why I keep traveling, but there's so many reasons to travel. Um to unlock certain frequencies. You know, certain environments give you certain things that you want. So, for certain eras, or if you just need something for a short period of time, you can go to that spot. It's just fucking amazing, man. I'm just so fucking excited, man, because like the life I see for myself and, you know, for the people who take this shit seriously and dial in and become self sufficient, like, this is shit that like you can't even put into words. Like this is shit like people couldn't even imagine this shit. Like it's genuinely for me and I'm going all fucking in on that by making this next step into my life. You know, cuz when someone's like very loyal and has been with family for a very long time and stuff like that, um you know, it takes time and it becomes hard to identify at times when a chapter's over, when it's time to move to something new, and then also like okay, it's time to move to something new, but then where from here, like. But man, I'm so fucking excited. Like I finally figured this shit out. I found a new base, and man, like just so much major changes in life for the best to get to where I'm want to go, you know? Certainly not comfortable. um and this is just fucking, it's amazing though, like to just step into the life that you know is yours. You know, and that's just part of the next step for my evolution was leaving a place that I've been in forever that I genuinely loved. And then it got to a point where it's like I outgrew it, and if I actually stayed there, it's like I wouldn't achieve the things I wanted to achieve, and I just wouldn't be um if anything, it's time to leave a place when what once helped you is no longer helping you and you're actually like not leveling up anymore. Like that's when the chapters officially close and it's just time to move the fuck on. Basically, one of the things that I've noticed is one thing that I've learned from like my hometown, like in the suburbs, like one thing I learned there was like stillness. That was I would say my main foundation there was stillness. You can like research stillness and what that is and stuff like that, but I would say that was the foundation of my hometown, and it took me a while to figure that shit out, but I mastered stillness. And the way it kind of works in terms of life is first you have stillness, and then after stillness the next step is motion. So I figured out stillness. It took forever to figure out, but I figured out stillness and I was thriving in it and I was doing amazing and I fucking loved it. I was like obsessed with stillness. I loved the fucking stillness. And then as time went on and as I kept evolving, this stillness shit was fucking backfiring in my environment. That's the key. Like the environment became too fucking dead, too fucking still. So I realized like once you master stillness in terms of evolution, the next step is like motion. Where's the motion at? And then you bring your foundation, you bring your stillness into the motion. You see, some people, they go into the motion, they don't even have stillness, or they lose their stillness in the motion. Like they're not ready yet, or they don't, they just left it fucking like they don't, they just, some people get too caught up in that. And then they need to go back to the place where they got stillness to get a dose of that shit. Like, to remember their roots and stuff like that. But like the point being is like, I've evolved so much and basically like I mastered stillness. I was thriving in stillness. Now, in terms of what I need is I need my stillness emotion. That's what I fucking need. I genuinely think, and like that's the next step. Once you figure out stillness, the next step is motion. So like, if you're wondering what happens, like if you master stillness and like it's no longer serving you in a stillness environment that's not feeding you for growth and lacks motion, what happens is the stillness, it starts eating you alive. It actually starts backfiring at you in what once you used to thrive in your same environment. You used to love stillness, you used to thrive in it. All of a sudden it like dies out and it starts backfiring at you, and then you start to realize like, oh shit, like I leveled up. This is the thing, like when people level up, they don't realize that the part of leveling up, you have to keep on going up. So like basically if you level up in stillness and your environment is just stillness and then it starts backfiring out of you, that's like a clear sign that like that chapter is closed, and now the next step above that um is motion. And then you bring stillness and motion and now you're fucking cooking. Like now that's the next step of evolution, man. I think as some people evolve, um they level up but they don't take the next level. That's the thing. And then they get like stuck at a level, or they sit in a level too fucking long, whether it's a relationship, whether they like the environment, whether there's certain people in the environment that they like, right? Whatever the reason may be, maybe they liked it or maybe they just love the chapter that they experienced. But it gets to a point where the universe, where life, it starts like showing you like, you know it's time for you to go up to the next level. And if you don't go up to the next level, the universe is just going to keep on fucking showing you that the shit you loved that you once thrived in is no longer the next level, and it's no longer as good as it once was. Like that you mastered it. It like that's done. Now it's time to bring that mastery to something new, to something else, to the next step. And the next step was motion. So that's what it is, man. And there's a lot of people, they thrive in major cities. Cities give people certain energies and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to be here, and the timing is in full alignment with the stock market being the absolute best. So I'm looking forward to it, man. There's gonna be massive changes for me, for this channel, for the people I work with. There's gonna be massive changes because, like I said, man, 2026, this is a completely new chapter for me. Um, and it's gonna be amazing. There's just nothing like this, man. To just walk into a completely new life but know it's the life you want to live, and to know that you're leveling up, and to know that you know, the way you're situated, you're destined to achieve your goals, to you know it to live and to achieve the visions that you've envisioned in other spots. So I'm just looking forward to it, man, because like I said, I genuinely think my next step for evolution is like motion and stillness, you know? Because in my hometown, there was absolutely no fucking motion. I had to create it out of thin fucking hair, which was extremely tough to do. It's like, dude, the most motion I've got, I would say in like the past 2 months being there, was fucking leaving that place, which is fucking crazy. I've never felt more alive, more like motion, more like moving, living life than getting the fuck out of there. So that's what I'm saying, man. One thing that the ending taught me was just like trying to become better on when it's over, and then when it's time to level up, you know, because that's the thing, like something could be over and you know it's over, but then people don't know like what's the next step. And then some people, they actually know what the next level is, but they don't know where it is or how to get there. You see, like it's just so much. And then they decide they just want to throw themselves in and figure it out. I mean, this is why traveling helps a lot with shit. Like doing temporary like travel trips and shit can help a lot with figuring shit out. People can help a lot. Awareness helps, but like I'm just so fucking excited for this, man. So yeah, you know, like some of the biggest shifts for me so far, like just leaving that place, and like basically in the environment that I'm in, um, everyone takes money very, very fucking seriously, and everyone's an adult here. There's like no fucking kids. There's like no like everywhere I go, I don't see like anybody under 18. And if they are, they're like with their fucking family. They're not like alone. And like I rarely fucking see like people below 8 fucking teen here. Like everyone here seems like they're like mid 20s, 30s, excited, adult, career fucking driven, focused on achieving their fucking goals, all fucking business, man. Like this is like a financial district type of fucking area. So like this has got me taking my time a fuck ton more seriously, and my money a lot more seriously, my schedule a lot more seriously. So this is fucking insane, man. Because I'm telling you, like my old environment, I was just such like a kid, just a kid nonstop, like kid nonstop. Nobody around me was making fucking money. I love the place, but it gets to a point where the things you love, like you got to move on. Like it gets to a point once everything just starts backfiring at you, that's like literally like a clear sign, a clear signal, like a chapter's like it's over, man. It's just I'm gonna work on like becoming better on when to determine when something's over. That way I don't waste any time. Um, you know, because I've realized that the place that helped me grow the most so far, well, one of the most ways in certain areas, I wasted a lot of time there. It really hit me and made me realize like, damn, like I wasted a lot of time there, but the way I looked at it was like I just leveled up so fucking much there where it felt like it was worth all the time in the fucking world. Like it was worth so much more than like the time, fucking money. It felt like it was worth so much. But it got into a point where it was just no longer helping or serving me. So I had to fucking cut it and just pull the fucking cord and move the fuck on. And the chapter's finally over. But man, the place I'm at now, it's very, very serious, very time and money driven over here. It's completely fucking different, and it's all fucking like adults. There's like no fucking kids here, man. So this is literally stepping into a completely different chapter in my life. And I'm looking forward to it, man. And what I would say is I'm going all fucking in on the stock market, on me, and the people who fuck with me, the people who follow with me. I'm going all in, you know, on the people who want to become the absolute best versions of themselves. I'm going all in on them, and I'm going all in on me, and I'm going all in on the stock market. That's like the point I'm at, is I'm going all fucking in on my evolution, and anyone who wants to level up along that evolution, you know? So I'm looking forward to it, man. This is a massive change and a massive shift, and the time has finally come. There's no going back. There's literally no going back. Like it's gotten to the point where like I can't go back. Like it's officially done. There's no going back to the place I was there for decades. And this is literally the first time where I'm gonna be living, not close to family, um, and not in my hometown, full time. So it's like it's gonna be very fucking exciting, man, because I'm telling you, it's just so fucking free. And it's just like it really pushes that like adult side of things and mature side of things. Um, and then that plays into money, into finances, and you start taking everything so much fucking seriously. So I'm looking forward to this new version, to this new life. It's gonna be fucking exciting. It's gonna be fucking amazing, man. Cause I spent so much time. I was there for way fucking too long, man. I spent so much fucking time there. The level up was worth it. But I'm telling you guys, once the level up's worth it, and there's no more level up. If you guys want to level up, you have to make the moves, man. And that's something that I had to do. I had to, I mean, for me personally, like I had to move away from family. I had to move away from my hometown. Like that's just things that I had to do to get to where I wanted to go, to be who I want, to be who I am. Literally, to just be genuinely who I am. Those are moves that I had to make, right? Um, and for a long time I was caught up in that just too long. I got caught up in it too long. And I'm telling you, there's things in your life that served you at one point, but it gets to a point where they no longer serve you, and then that's when it's time to move on if you want to level up and evolve. Otherwise, you're either just going to stay the same or you're actually going to like glow down. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people in this world who choose to either stay the same or to glow down, to not be their best selves. They choose that. And there's plenty of reasons. Some people choose it because they want to be they don't want to leave their friends, they don't want to leave their family, so they stay there. Um some people do it because they just genuinely liked who they became at that place. But there's different versions of people, and there's evolution and leveling up. I mean, everybody knows like if you leave your hometown and you leave your family, that's like two massive things that could level up someone's life like fucking crazy when they're ready to do it. When they're built up, when they're fucking forged, when they're built, when they're actually ready to fucking make the move where it actually makes sense instead of, I'm not talking about like literally just throwing yourself into that as just like a fucking kid. Like I'm talking about literally like when you're actually like built up and like an adult and like forged and fucking made, and you got the most out of like everything, like out of the environment that you were in, the hometown, the friends, like you've done it all. You're ready. Like once you're at that fucking level and then you leave all that behind, like um well, you move away from it. You don't leave it all behind, but you move away from it, and then you just go fucking upside, and then boom, like there's just no going back. Like this shit is fucking insane, man. Like this is a big deal for me, man, because that's just such a massive shift and such a massive change where you've been living a certain way around certain people for decades, and then all of a fucking sudden, it's all fucking you. Like no friends, no family, no fucking no hometown, no familiar locations. It's all fucking you. And then I'm also going to be traveling frequently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this massive change. So we'll see. Now you guys will see, I told you. So now we're going to see what the fuck happens, man. You're going to see, man, with the videos, the businesses. I'm very fucking excited into this, man. So this is a new chapter, and like I said, one thing I would encourage, people to do is like really if you guys really seriously want to evolve, make sure you try to identify quicker when it's time to close a chapter. And that's another thing. And like I said, like certain people, they'll know it's time to close a chapter, they'll know it's time to make a certain step, but they just don't do it. And I genuinely think if they don't do it at some point in their life, they're gonna do it anyways at some point. So in a way, they're kind of just wasting time or holding on to something. But it's like if they never do it, life's just gonna keep on showing them, like it's not going to get better if you don't make the next step. That's the thing, man. And some people won't make that next step. And I'm telling you, it's because there's a lot of reasons, you know. There's fucking, it could be emotional. It could be they just like where they're at and they're content with that. They don't want it bad enough. But it could be, oh, well, I got this relationship, this friend, this family, I got all this here. You know, this it's just things like it could be things like that, man. But man, for those of you who are willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to get to where you want to go, I'll see you on the other fucking side, man. And then once you make it, you can take everyone with you. It's possible, man. You can take everyone with you, you know? You can move people where they want to go to, closer to you. You can give people jobs, like you can give back like it's possible, you know? For the right people. Is definitely possible, man. So I'm looking forward to this evolution, man. This is a big deal for me. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I'm going to be signing off. I'll see you guys within the chat from here. It's the first link down below in the description. If you do want to join Team Roar, you gain access to the real-time zero-day option trading alert system, the trades, the community chat, and the profit section. You gain access to all of that, man. But I'm looking forward to 2026, man. I'm gonna do my I'm gonna be the architect of my own private world that's gonna create traders, create the source, man. It's one thing to have the source. It's one thing to know it's one thing to know the source. It's one thing to know the source. It's one thing to follow the source and gain from it. But it's another thing to be the source. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be an architect. I'm gonna teach people how to be the source. They're gonna become the source. Um, you know, and they're also going to see that I'm the source because I'm never going to fucking stop. And I'm going to get them to the level where they're going to be making the same moves I'm making before I even fucking make them, where they don't even fucking need me. You know, it's just going to be more of a fucking want. And for the people who don't want to be the source, well, they can still follow me because I'm the fucking source. That's what I'm saying, man. I'll give people the opportunity to follow me, and then I'll give people the opportunity to literally level the fuck up and become the absolute best. I'll give them both, man. Because everybody knows inside of Team Roar that this is trades. That's what this is. This is trade, trade, trade. But in terms of me, I've always I've always been the person who genuinely wants to not just like evolve as much as I can, but to help people as well, like evolve to that level too. To show them how to get to that level instead of like gatekeeping or keeping things a secret or me deciding, you know what, I'm just going to be the source. I'm going to be the best me and I'm not going to tell people how I do it. I'm not going to show people or teach people how I do it. I've always been the kind who, as I'm evolving, I want other people to evolve alongside me, you know? And by doing that, you're going to lose a lot of people in your life, you know? Like cuz most people ain't willing to evolve. At some point you'll lose them. That's what happens. Like that's like literally it happens all the fucking time, man. That's where it gets more, that's where some people can get stuck if it has to do with like family or relationships or friends. Like, because I'm telling you guys, man, in terms of this world, most people don't take the path where they're evolving 24 fucking 7 leveling up. I'm talking about the leveling up where like if someone knew you for decades and then you moved away from them and then, they visited you, they'd be like, dude, who the fuck is this? Like, they're not even gonna, like, it's gonna blow their fucking mind on the shit that, what the person has become, what they created, what they built for themselves, what they, like, I'm telling you, and I really think a big part of that is fucking leaving. Like leaving hometown, leaving friends, leaving family. Like that's literally part of it, man. Like this shit is all on fucking me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you're in an environment that's completely new and there's no friends or no family around or there's um like no familiars, like no hometown, like everything's new, like brand fucking new. Like it really shifts the focus on like what the fuck do you want to do? Like what do you want to focus on with your evolution? Like when people have nothing holding them back or they're tied to nothing, and they're just free to do whatever the fuck they want. Like if they focus on themselves and evolve, And then everybody who knew them in the past then saw them once they, you know, put in the work and evolved. It's like, dude, they're gonna be unrecognizable. They're gonna be like, damn, how the fuck did this person achieve that much in such a short period of time? You know, because they look at the past, they might be like, dude, I know this person for X amount of years. They were there, they were this, they were that, la da 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 da. 1 year later, different spot, away from everyone. Look what the fuck he became. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's a different fucking, it's different shit, man. This is gonna be a completely different journey, man. Um, but yeah, man, just someone to definitely adult, definitely tapping into, just more of an adult here. Like all that like that kid shit is like, it's just not, it's just all adult here, man. Everyone is so career focused here, so adult focused here. Like that, man, this is just completely opposite. This is the complete opposite world where I come from. But I genuinely think that is perfect for me, at least right now in this season and chapter that I'm in. So I'm looking forward to fucking living this, man, and accomplishing a lot out here. Because that's the thing, when you're not surrounded by like friends and family and familiar surroundings, it really pushes like the new. And when you think of like the new, you think of like your goals, your evolution. What's next? What's the next step? Okay, accomplish that. What's the next thing? So I'm gonna leave it off that, guys. It's been amazing. I'll see you guys within the chat from there.